and welcome to your session on digital marketing for career and business growth. My name is Pradeep Chopra and I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at Digital Vidya. Depending upon your time zone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. And thank you so much for being part of this exciting session. You could be at different places, but still you choose to be part of this session. So I really want to thank you for doing that. Now, let me start by creating first, who is this session for? Right now, you could belong to either of these three categories. If you are a student looking at exploring digital marketing as a career opportunity, or a professional looking at how can digital marketing help you grow in your career, or an entrepreneur or a businessman who's looking at growing your organization or business, you are at the right place. This session is about how you can leverage digital marketing for either of the mentioned objectives, right? Now, I want to start by a quick introduction about myself and Digital Vidya. As I shared, my name is Pradeep Chopra and I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at Digital Vidya. I want to share how our journey into the world of digital marketing began. It was October 2000, almost 18 years back, when we had started our first venture, along with two of my batchmates from IIT Delhi. Like, here I am, here is Kapil, my other co-founder in Digital Vidya, and Purvesh, our other partner in the first venture 18 years back. And this is the photo when we started our first venture. In that business, we had accidentally touched the power of digital marketing when we were promoting our first product. Nothing else worked, but digital marketing accidentally worked for us. And within 3 years, we could create a global brand. Sitting here in India, we could create almost $500,000 revenue. And from there, we have been using digital marketing across all our ventures in last 18 years. Until 2009, we were sharing our experience and expertise with other professionals, entrepreneurs like all of you, but more informally. And a friend of ours suggested in 2009 that if we could do something formally, others would be greatly benefited out of our experience. That's how the idea about Digital Vidya came into existence. So more out of passion, we started Digital Vidya in 2009. And actually, this was the logo of when we started, right? So I'm going to share with you our journey, some of the key milestones in this journey very quickly. From November 2009 until November 2013, we were, doing largely classroom-based workshops. And we had done, I think, more than 300 workshops. And in November 2013, we launched our CDMM program with V-Skills, which is a Government of India initiative, in an instructor-led online fashion. And I will share why did we do that. And since November 2013, we have been only doing instructor-led online program, CDMM, and I will share, the milestones in that journey. Now, in October 2014, we completed 200 digital marketing training programs. Then November 2014, we partnered with Google in India as their digital marketing training partner. Now, Google has close to 3,000 partners, but all those partners are the companies who spend money on Google AdWords. And for that reason, they become Google partners. We are also one of them, but this partnership is different. Under this partnership, over 15 of our program leaders leads various kinds of digital marketing trainings for Google partners. And that is the reason this is very special. And those program leaders are the one who lead our digital marketing certification program. That's one of the reasons why participants of CDMM program are extremely higher value, right? And we are the only company to have this partnership, while Google has 3,000 partners. And there are premier partners who are basically companies who spend a lot of money on Google AdWords. That's the reason they become a premier partner. Now, in May 2017, we partnered with Facebook to jointly create a Facebook marketing certification program. It is a 3-week master certification in Facebook marketing, and now it is integral part of CDMM program. And participants of our CDMM program get that joint certificate from Digital Vidya and Facebook. Same year, we partnered with LinkedIn to create a content marketing module, which is part of our CDMM program. And this is again an exclusive program we've created with LinkedIn, and participants of CDMM program get a joint certificate. November 2017, last year, We celebrated our 8th anniversary, and this was actual cake we used. You know, our cake reflects the latest changes in digital media, like Snapchat as a logo got added to it. Recently, we completed training 31,000 people. And of course, I think in most part of not just India, probably most part of Asia, we would be the largest in terms of number of people trained by us. And we have done close to now 2,200 digital marketing training programs for people representing over 15,000 organizations and institutions. And going forward, we believe that sky is the only limit. Right, so that's a brief background about myself and Digital Vidya. I've introduced myself. Now what we are going to do is, I want all of you to introduce yourself. And how we are going to do that is through this poll. And I want every one of you to respond to this poll. And not just this poll. While you are responding to this poll, I want to tell you that if you want to maximize the value of your time in this session, participate in every interaction I open to you, because that will help you maximize the value. Also, I'm assuming that you have scheduled yourself to be part of this session till 12:30. That is the time when we officially plan to complete this session. One more request, given there is a lot of interaction exercises, I want you to have a focused attention. And for that, make sure you have chosen a space which is quiet, put your phone on silent so that you can maximize the value of your time, right? Now I can see 73% of you have already voted. I'm going to wait for last 5 seconds so that every one of you could respond to this poll, right? So it's 5, 4, final 3, and last 2, and the ultimate one. Thanks everyone. Here are the results. 21% of us are entrepreneurs, 15% are into sales or marketing, 3% are already into digital marketing, 33% are students, and 27% belong to another category like IT professional. I think we have a very distributed audience, and that will make this session even more interesting. So thanks everyone. Now we've introduced each other. We are going to get into the world of digital marketing. We will learn about some of the key digital marketing channels, and more important, learn through some of the very interesting real life digital marketing case studies. Then I'll be giving you a live experience of 2 exercises. One is on Facebook advertisement, second is on Google Analytics. Then most important, I will be walking you through exciting career opportunities in digital marketing industry. What kind of salaries and roles people get, and more important, why today is the best time to be part of this industry. Then I'll be giving you an opportunity to look at the opportunity of our Digital Marketing Master Certification Program. I do have a surprise for all of you today, and of course, we will spend enough time in doing active Q&A. Given you are on mute, at any point of time, you have a question, input, or observation, you're welcome to type in. If not in the middle, I will make sure that I answer every question towards the end, right? Great. With that, let's jump into the world of digital marketing, and we will learn about some of the key digital marketing channels. Now, one of the first areas which we used for us 18 years back in digital marketing is search engine optimization, or SEO, which is integral part of digital marketing. It is fundamentally a process of getting your website ranked on search engines for relevant keywords. And given here, you cannot use any money to influence your rankings. It is also called organic or natural search. While the other part of search marketing is Google AdWords, search engine marketing, PPC, whatever you call. This is a paid part of search marketing. Let me show you live. And for example, if we search for a keyword like SEO tool, you will get to see different sections of results, like this top section, the center one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this another poll to get a quick poll. Which of these sections is a function of SEO results? Is this the top one, the center one, the right side, or the bottom? And again, I'm going to give you just 5 seconds so that all of you could vote, and then we will move forward. And as I had shared earlier, even if you have no idea what the actual answer is, still vote. So when you search on a search engine, you get to see different sections, the top one, the center one, the right one, and the bottom one. Which of the 4 sections will be a function of search engine optimization or SEO? I can see 75% of you have already responded. So let me give you 3 more seconds so that all of you could respond, right? So it's 3, the final 2, and the ultimate 1. Great, thanks everyone. Here are the results. 8% of you said top, 6% right, 24% center, and 3% bottom. Great. Now, if you see this, right, here you see the top where ad is mentioned are a function of SEM or Google AdWords or PPC. And you may see that even on the right hand side. Right now, there is a plugin I have used. That's why this is occupied by that. Now, this center part where there is no ad is a function of search engine optimization. It is called organic or natural search because you cannot use any money. And underneath bottom, you may see ads again, right? So the top right and bottom where ads is mentioned is a SEM, and the center part is search engine optimization. So those are two very, very important and integral part of areas in digital marketing. Let's move forward. Then is social media. The whole world of using mediums like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, SlideShare to promote a product or a service is social media marketing. And given social media is part of digital media, social media is integral part of digital marketing. And in this, I want to give you one exercise about Facebook advertisement, right? Now, one of the key advantages of Facebook advertisement is the level of targeting it allows you to target your audience. You can target people on Facebook through a lot of parameters, including age, gender, location. But interestingly, even beyond that, like you want to target people who are accessing Facebook through particular mobile device, like iPhone 7 users should see your ad. That is possible. You can also target people based on their travel. People who are currently traveling should see your ad. You can do that. People who have their birthday in last 30 days, you can do that as well, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open one more poll before I give you an opportunity to do this exercise live. This poll is about how many users above 25 years are in India on Facebook. And as I had shared earlier, even if you have no idea, still vote, because your recall about the right answer is going to be higher if you have participated in this poll, right? So I'm going to give you 10 seconds again so that you could respond here, and then we will see this number live as well, right? Okay, guys, I can see 58% of you have already responded, and we are going to move forward, right? Okay, last 3 seconds, guys. 78% of you already responded. It's the last 3, the final 2, and the ultimate 1. Okay, perfect. Thanks, everyone. Here are your results. 3% less than 25, 34% 25 to 50 million, 13% 50 to 100, 34% 100 to 250, and 16% of you said more than 250 million. Thanks, everyone. Now, before I give you exercise, you just follow me. When I'll give you the exercise, I'll give you a link. In the first page of that, getting onto that link, Facebook will tell you create an account. You say yes. It doesn't ask you for the payment details. Then it will take you to this page where you are asked to choose your marketing objective. There you choose traffic, and then you do continue. When you do continue here on the following screen, you will get to see targeting opportunities. And that's where you can check the number of people based on your targeting in real time, right? I will show you, like you can see the number on right hand side, and we will do that. Let's check total number of users in India. India is already chosen. 13 is the minimum age. Both gender are chosen. 310 million is the total number of users in India. Now we wanted to find out 25 years plus. Let me do that. And that number also is 160 million. That's really, really huge. Now you want to find out how many men, women, based on city, you can do that. And that is an exercise I have for you. What you have to do is you have to tell me how many men above 25 years are in Delhi on Facebook. This is a URL. I have shared the URL on your questions panel as well. People on desktop should be able to see that. It is bit.ly/dv-fba. Right, so go ahead, guys, and type in your response once you see the number. And if you have any question about that, let me know. People who are on mobile may not be able to do that. You can just note down this URL and others can just follow me as well, right? So like I told you, this is Facebook's ad interface. In the first page, you say yes, go ahead, choose traffic as an objective, and then you come here. Let me do it for Mumbai, right? So others who are doing for Delhi, I'm doing for Mumbai. Mumbai 25 men. The number on the right hand side is the number I want you to share. So 71 lakh or 7.1 million is the number I see here. I want you to share the number you see. The number should be close to 65 or 70 lakhs for Delhi as well. The moment you see the number, please type in here so that I know you have done that. I'm going to give you another minute to do this exercise, and of course, post this session. You can spend as much time, and those who have already done it, you can look at detailed targeting, and you'll be amazed to see the level of targeting Facebook allows. Like I was talking about, hobbies, behavior, mobile device, based on travel plan, like people who are currently traveling, frequent travelers, returned from travel 1 week ago. You'll be amazed to see anniversary, like anniversary within 61 to 90 days. Only those people you want to target. Of course, all standard demographics like education, age, gender, a lot of those things are anyways possible. Relationship, like parents of children, etc. All of that you can do. Food and drink, people who are interested in specific like hobbies, cooking, beverages, food, restaurants, shopping, like frequent shoppers, toys even, right? Great. So guys, couple of more seconds. Let me see who all are able to do it. The moment you see the number, please type in here. I did. Yeah, so I had shared the link. I have shared with all of you again. This is a link, bit.ly/dv hyphen not underscore FBA, right? Okay, guys, let me see how many of you can do it quickly. I'm going to give you some more time and I want you to experience it yourself, right? Delhi potential 95 lakh. Harsh, good to see that you've been able to do, but the number should be relatively less, right? I think, let me check, but I want you to see it yourself. So here, let me do Delhi and I will have to, okay, I will have to remove Mumbai and any other targeting if I have chosen, I will remove that as well, like interest. And 25 is the minimum age. Did you choose 25, Harsh? 66 lakh is the number I can see. Your number should be closer. It could be a little bit up and down. Right, Harsh? So great. Guys, some more time for others to do it. And those who are not able to do it, especially on mobile, as I shared, note down this URL. This does not require you to create an account, like add money or even start running ads on Facebook. Without even starting, you can do that. Shreya got it. 66 lakhs is the number you also see. Perfect. You're welcome, Harsh. Okay, so guys, let me wait for another 30 seconds and then we will move forward. There is another interesting exercise we have to do before we cover a lot of other interesting content. Okay, so 10 more seconds, guys. So wherever you are, I suggest you start wrapping up. I can see a lot of responses. Sahil, got it. That's a correct answer. And for others who have shared your response, well done. And now final 5 seconds. So it's 5. Wherever you are, I suggest you come back, close it, because we are now moving forward, right? Okay, so it's 5, 4, 3, 2, Gopi, you quickly do it, right? As I shared with others, you can do it, right? Of course, we can spend entire day on this exercise alone. Anand got it. Good that you got some response, right? You got some number. Of course, you would see there is some mistake you might have done in targeting and you can change that. Right, guys, I hope all of you are able to do it or at least know how to do it so that post this session you can do. Got it, Sanchit. Perfect. Okay, guys, Gopi, have you been able to do it? I'll still give you 5 more seconds, right? And I just wanted to do this because I want you to experience that we are not present face to face in front of each other, but I'm able to give you an exercise. You're able to do it. You're able to confirm. I could answer your queries. In our live sessions, if you want, you could even share your screen, right? So we have limited time. Otherwise, I would have done all those things possible, right? Okay, guys, this is the final countdown for last 3 seconds, and then we are moving forward, right? So it's 3, 2, and the final one. Perfect. Let's move forward. Now we have looked into SEO, SEM, social media. Then is email marketing. Now, many of you may believe that because of spam, email marketing is dead. But trust me, even today, email marketing is one of the most profitable channels in digital marketing. And that is the reason we spend almost 4 weeks alone on email marketing. It is one of the most highly rated modules of our digital marketing program. And it's an ocean. Like email marketing has various aspects, like how do you get higher deliverability, higher open rate, higher click-through rate, various tools to measure, all of that. Then is inbound marketing. It is relatively a newer term. I think in India, still a lot of people don't use it. Now, what is inbound marketing? Inbound marketing is fundamentally marketing activities that bring visitors in rather than you going out. So it's inbound versus outbound. There are 2 reasons why inbound marketing is very special, as you see from this funnel. First, it helps you impact the entire customer funnel, from a stranger to a visitor to a lead to a customer to even a promoter. Second, it involves various other channels like blogs, social media, landing page, email. For these 2 reasons, inbound marketing gives value of the efforts for your other channels as well, and it helps you significantly improve your visit to lead or even lead to sale conversion. And like email marketing, this is another special module of our program, and we spend 4 weeks alone on inbound marketing, right? Great, let's move forward. Then the center of everything is web analytics, which is an area of how do you measure and continuously improve the performance of your digital marketing campaigns. Now, to do web analytics, there are various tools. The most popular and freely available tool is Google Analytics. And I want to give you an exercise around that, right? So what you have to do is you have to go to this URL. Let me share this URL with all of you so that you do it along with me. It is again bit.ly / and dv-ana. So you go to this URL, you would need to be logged into Gmail, and then you follow the instructions I will share with you shortly. So once you go here, it will give you this option, access demo account. You click on access demo account, it will open a new screen. There, what you have to do is, it is a live data about Google Merchandise Store. And in this, what you have to do is, under real time, you click on overview. And when you do that, there you see real-time data to this website. So right now there are 12 people, 83% have come from desktop, 17% through mobile. These are the sites where they have come from, social media, even it shows keywords, which pages, which locations, all of that. Imagine you have this kind of data available for your website freely to you using Google Analytics. And that is a world of web analytics. If you have this data about your site, how much valuable it would be for you to measure and improve the performance of your campaigns, right? So I'm going to give you 1 minute to do this exercise. Again, this is a URL. Once you reach to this page where you see real time, under real time, click on overview. Once you see this page, tell me on the questions panel you've been able to do, and then I will move forward. If you have any question about that, you can ask me. Of course, like Facebook marketing, you can spend as much time on this after this session. For right now, you have to just reach there for you to experience it yourself live. I'm going to give you 1 minute, and let me see who can do it fastest and how many of you are able to do it. I want as many of you to do it. As I said, you will need to be logged in through your Gmail account. That is the only requirement, right? Okay, guys, let me see how many responses I'm going to get. Any question you have about it, I'll be happy to answer that for you, right? Wait, okay, perfect. So I'm waiting for you to do this. I hope all of you got the link I had shared on the questions panel as well. So you have to reach to that screen, and then you tell me the number. You say yes, or maybe share the number of real-time users you see there, whatever that is. I just want to know that you've reached there. Okay. And if you are not able to do for any reason, just note down this URL. You have plenty of time to do this even after this session. Right, I can see responses coming in. Akash says 13119. Akash, I think, is it the number of visitors? But is it for your website or something? But if it is for Google merchandise store, that would be a double-digit number. But good that you got it. Got it 25, Anand. Great. I'm not able to access this on phone. You should be able to, Rahul. You need to be logged in through any Google account. That is the only requirement. Even on mobile, it works. Because what you will have to do is, as I shared, you will come here and you will have to click on this access demo account. Of course, your font is going to be small, and that is the reason you may not be able to see that. Right? So you click on that, you come here under real time, click on overview. The number right now is, I want you to reach to this rate. Of course, after that, you can do as much, like you get into acquisition, you see all traffic, look at all channels, like you would see the details of various channels which is driving traffic to this site, like organic, direct, referral, paid. Within one, if you go organic search, it will tell you the keywords, like freely available real time. Right? Isn't that so interesting and so powerful? Great, guys. I can see hers, Aparjita, Akash. Cool, Anand. Great, guys. Last 30 seconds before we move forward, and then we will now get into learning through some real life examples, right? So I'm going to give you last 20 seconds now. Not able to see the analytics page even after Gmail login. So Sanchit, did you click on that URL? I've shared that again. You have to say give access demo, and then you reach there. So first screen was that which I had shared, and then you go there. You should be able to, right? Probably you typed some other URL, or you are probably not logged into same window, right? Zero active users, I'll guard it. Sanchit, you are able to do it. Good. Tanya, there is no access demo page. You should be able to. I've shared the link again with all of you guys. Okay, guys. So last 10 seconds. It's okay. It's fine, even if you're not able to do it. Trust me, you'll be able to do it post this session. It would probably take maybe 5 more minutes to figure that out, right? Because we have to cover a lot of other interesting content, and I want to give you as much time for Q&A. Let's move forward, right? Okay, guys, come back. Now we want to learn through some interesting examples. And the first area I want to talk to you about is remarketing. And I will share a personal experience. As I shared since last 9 years at Digital Vidya, we have been doing various kinds of digital marketing training programs for various organizations and institutions across the world. One of the programs in the past we had done was for IIM Raipur, and we were to travel for that workshop from Delhi. And we saw goibibo.com had the lowest price for Indigo Airlines. So we were to do that booking. However, on the final page of the transaction on goibibo.com, we saw there were a couple of ₹100 additionally charged, which made it expensive. Being an entrepreneur, you want to save every few ₹100. So we did not complete the transaction and we exited goibibo.com. Now, within few seconds of exiting goibibo.com, while we were browsing various other websites, we saw these ads through Google or Facebook. Now, this is through Google on various other websites. You see goibibo.com, New Delhi to Raipur, Indigo Airline. What is special to notice is exclusive ₹700 discount, which was available through this ad, not on their website. So not just through Google, even through Facebook, Delhi to Raipur, goibibo.com. So both of these ads were served to us in real time because we visited goibibo.com earlier, but did not buy the ticket. And that is why they were retargeting or remarketing us. I'm sure you would have experienced a lot of such situations online, including with Digital Vidya. Now you would know what is remarketing or retargeting, and you would be able to relate to it. So remarketing today in advertising world, in online media, is one of the greatest ways to improve your visit to lead or even lead to sale conversion. And you would see it in real time, ample of examples now, right? Let's move forward. Now, this is another very interesting example of a business called OnePlus. Sania Mirza, their brand ambassador, was promoting OnePlus 3D. To do that, she tweeted, not really a techie, but totally in love using OnePlus 3D since past few months. She did not realize her tweet carried this tag Twitter for iPhone. So she was promoting OnePlus 3T and actually using iPhone. So that was a very embarrassing situation. So in that situation, how does a brand like OnePlus or ambassador like Sania Mirza responds is the world of online reputation management or ORM. This is one of the profiles people get who work in digital marketing. And I thought of sharing with you so that you could experience and visualize what kind of work you may be doing in digital marketing if you start or grow your career. Let's move forward. Another very interesting example of a business called Fasos, which is into selling rolls, kebabs. A lot of their business come from home delivery. And in the past, they had launched this system called Tweet to Order, which allows their customers to order from them on Twitter. A parallel example would be Domino's. You call Domino's from your phone number. Domino's may already know your name, address. Similarly, for the first time when you register with Fasos, along with your Twitter, unique Twitter handle, you will share your phone number, name, and address. Once that is done, you want to order from them. What would you need to do? You will just have to tweet. So you will say @Fasos for kebabs. That's it. Now, I want each one of you to share on the questions panel again the advantages of this system for you as Fasos customers and for Fasos as an organization, right? So what you have to do is on the questions panel, share all the advantages you can think of this system for Fasos as an organization and for you as their customer, right? So go ahead, guys. You have to type in just all advantages you can think of. And while you're doing that, I want to let you know that this system is being built by one of our program leaders who leads the social media marketing module of our program. It had helped Fasos increase their sales by over 10%. And that is how we got to know about the success of this model. And given Twitter is so simple and creative, it can be used in a lot of interesting ways like that, right? I can see responses coming in. Gaurav says time saving. Shubhangi says for Fasos, my friends will also be influenced. Yeah, this is one of the best example of word of mouth marketing. Anurag says quick order to Fasos. Sure, there are a lot of operational efficiency as well, right? Fasos doesn't need to have a single phone line. They can take as many concurrent orders. Every order is a documented order. What are other advantages? I want you to think. There are lots of advantages. Yeah, Utkarsh says Twitter has numerous customers for Fasos due to availability of huge users. Sure, Akash says more trusted as displayed. Yeah, by the way, there is a lot of loyalty and customer insights. Anurag says deep reach to customers. Anand says time saving and hassle free. Perfect, right? So this system offers so many advantages. And Twitter being so simple, as I shared earlier, can be used in a lot of creative ways like this, right? Great. Thanks, everyone. Let's move forward. Now I want to walk you through the most important part, career opportunities in digital marketing industry. And first, I want to begin with the kind of work you do in digital marketing industry. I had created this cartoon long time back, still applicable. Someone may ask you, is Facebook allowed in your office? You will say, that's my work. I'm being paid for it. Imagine being in digital marketing as a professional. Time spending on Facebook becomes your job. What could be better than that, right? Now, there are three kinds of opportunities in digital marketing. One, you could work with an agency. There you get different kind of clients. You get variety of experience. Or you can work with an individual brand, then going more deeper inward. Or work with a tool provider like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of that. There you get different kind of exposure. Now, depending upon your experience, education, and most important, knowledge about digital marketing, you get different titles, salaries, and roles. Someone who may not be even a graduate starts as an executive level with 0 to 1 year experience and gets anywhere between 1.5 to 4 lakh salary. Then you move to a specialist role with 1 to 3 years, gets 2 to 6 lakhs. Then to team lead, 2 to 4 years, 3 to 7. Strategist or analyst with 3 to 5 years, 4 to 8. Digital marketing head, 5 to 10 years, 10 to 30 lakhs. Now, this does not take into consideration people with exceptional knowledge and experience about digital marketing or education background or work experience. Those kind of people, even in India, gets 1 crore plus salary. And that is why I would say today is the best time to be part of this industry. The early mover advantage is very high. Like IT industry, which came, many years back, people who got into IT industry earlier could go to US doing a 6-month software certification program. That's the kind of early mover advantage I'm talking about, right? Let's move forward. Now, as I had promised earlier, I want you to walk through the opportunity of mastering digital marketing through our digital marketing certification program. As you know, it's a master certification. It's an instructor-led online live sessions. These are the 3 upcoming batches: a Tuesday and Thursday batch, Saturday batch, and Sunday batch. The timing for Tuesday and Thursday is 8 to 9:30 p.m. For Saturday and Sunday is 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So Tuesday and Thursday is a combined batch with 1 hour 30 minutes on each day. Saturday and Sunday is 3.5 hours with half an hour break. Now, the maximum duration for this course is around 6 months, but if you want to do it faster, it takes around 3 months. I'll shortly talk how you can do that. The curriculum of this program comprises of over 240 learning hours. There are 6 core modules which I had shared with you earlier as well. And we spend, 3 to 5 weeks in each of these. These are the areas which are most important and demanded in industry. There are lots of special modules like Facebook marketing created with Facebook, content marketing created with LinkedIn, affiliate marketing, how to become a freelancer and digital marketing and all of that. You also get exclusive access to our industry interaction sessions in the form of experts plugged in. There are maximum of 30 seats in each batch. That's why there are last few seats available. Now you have a choice to individually do these modules. And if you do all of that, then you will actually end up paying over 1 lakh rupee. Now, earlier, Facebook marketing was a separate program, and we had a special fee of 69,500 too. Right now, Facebook marketing is also part of CDMM program. That's why you only pay less than 60,000 rupees. Since there are people from other geographies, I'm showing the amount in dollars as well. So you get a special price of 58,882, including 18% GST, and you get access to all of that. You get a lot of special privileges, over 80,000 worth free digital marketing tools. The kind of certifications you get includes V-Skills, which is Government of India, and I'll shortly share more about that. These are the different kinds of paid tools you get access for. Different tools have different licensing duration, but these are paid tools like in SEO, social media, SEM, landing pages, hosting, push notification, and you get tools worth 80,000 rupees. This program is 140 out of 240 hours, which is 60% practical work, because we want to make sure that you are not just getting more information, but building skills which are needed for you to, succeed in industry. Our alumni is our pride. The kind of people who have learned digital marketing for us includes people who have been able to do very well, including being able to go outside India, like Kanchan, Raj, Harun are doing very well in Dubai. People who get regularly placed in India, like Sikar plays in VLCC, and a lot of very, very senior people like VP Media Star, Director Microsoft, a lot of celebrities, RJ Simran, right? Recently, Anjum Chopra, who's ex-women Indian cricket team, also participated in our program. And a lot of entrepreneurs, Travel Triangle founding team was part of our program. They have raised over $10 million and doing really well. A lot of freelancers like DP Vishwakarma is one of our participants, straight out of college after 1.5 years he did our program, and today he earns over 1 lakh rupee a month. Of course, students is one big segment, like Charvi working in Chell, which is one of the best digital marketing agency, Manoj working in CA and all of that. Kind of companies where our participants, our alumni work includes Google, LinkedIn, Accenture. Of course, we regularly hire people from our program. The kind of certifications you get a certificate of completion for each of the 6 core modules. Once your program is completed, you get a certificate of completion for the entire program. Once you take your V-Skills certification, you get a joint certification from Digital Vidya V-Skills. This is exclusively available with our program, a joint certificate from Digital Vidya and Facebook. Likewise, you get a joint certification from LinkedIn and Digital Vidya. Now, our program also helps you prepare and pass various other industry certifications like HubSpot Inbound Marketing Certification, 7 of the Google AdWords certification, and a Google Analytics certification as well. Right? Now, I want to share with you, some of you may have question about why instructor-led online. I'm sure a lot of would have been answered, but still let me share. As I shared, there are lots of advantages. One, you will not miss even a single session, because even if you're traveling, you could attend from anywhere. Even if you miss, you will get recording of every session, and we continue to share with you recording even in future. You get lifetime access. You can attend from the comfort of your place. It could be home, office, or anywhere else. Since you don't have to travel, you save a lot of precious time, money, and even energy, I would say. You're always connected with your fellow participants and program leaders through our learning management system. Even between 2 live sessions, you need support, anything you need, You have access to a learning management system. You also have access to your course coordinator. You can call him or her as well. Since there are people from multiple locations, this program becomes even more enriched because you learn from the diversity. Now, the biggest reason is this. As this program got expanded to different areas, we needed 15 program leaders who are experts to teach you. Like every batch is being taught by over 15 program leaders. And it's not possible to get even 5 program leaders in single city, the kind of program leaders we have. That was the biggest reason we completely switched to instructor-led online model in November 2013. And since then, we've only been doing instructor-led online programs. Today, at any point of time, there are over 1,500 participants across 50 countries. And as I shared, we recently completed over 31,000 people. Now, before we move ahead, I'll give you that surprise. We get into active Q&A. I'm going to open one last poll about you expressing your interest in starting this interesting journey with us. These are the 3 upcoming batches I shared, and you can choose any of the choices. Even if you're not interested, perfectly fine. You can choose, I don't want to learn digital marketing. And I have a personal suggestion there. You know, in our lives, we come up with opportunities. And a lot of times we say, one day in future, once this gets handled, I will do that. And I have done those, postponement in my life as well. But one area where I did not do that, and that taught me a lesson, was when I chose to become an entrepreneur. There were 99 reasons why I should not do that, and only one reason to do that. And I chose that despite all odds 18 years back. And I'm very proud today I made that choice. And that is why I would say, as a friend, mentor, advisor, that if you believe that digital marketing is going to help you in your career or business, don't put that opportunity like we do for various other opportunities in future. And I would personally recommend that choose a specific date, and more important, stick to it, because I know from our experience of thousands of participants, your life can completely be altered, right? I hope all of you got that message, and I can see responses pouring in. Still 28% of you have not voted. 77% of you have already voted. Now, while you are responding, let me quickly answer some of the commonly asked questions some of you had asked. Like some of you had asked a question about, I don't know anything in technology. Would I be able to cope up? Great question, guys. You don't need to know anything in technology except HTML, which takes 2 to 4 hours, and we will take care of that. There is nothing else needed. Likewise, there are questions about, I don't know anything in digital marketing. How would I be able to cope up? When you start this journey with us, there is no prerequisite of any knowledge about digital marketing. So that's not a constraint. Likewise, there is not a constraint of even education background. Even if you are not a graduate, you can really build a successful career. And for students, I would say the earlier you acquire the skill, the better it is. And I'm sharing that based on our experience with even IIM graduates as well. Now, another commonly asked question right now, I can see a lot of you have asked is, how can I do this program in an accelerated mode in 3 months? Let me answer that. By the way, guys, I can see 81% of you have already responded. 19% are still to go. Can I request all of those who have not voted to vote so that then we can move forward? Yeah, great, thanks. While you're doing that, answer this question about how can you do this program in 3 months? Now, as I shared, there are 6 core modules. Now, if you do, and they are roughly 1 month each, if you do one module a month, like you choose one of the batches, either Saturday or Sunday or Tuesday and Thursday, it will take around 6 months. You want to do faster, you choose 2 batches, say Saturday and Sunday, or a weekday and a weekend batch. In that case, everything else would remain same. The only difference would be you will need to spend double the time, which means other than the time for your live sessions, which is around 6 to 7 hours, you will need to spend around 6 to 8 hours of time in doing assignments and exercises. So if you can spare around 12 to 15 hours every week, you're welcome to choose that accelerated mode. Around 50% of our participants choose that accelerated mode, right? I hope that question is already answered. Now I can see 84% of you have already voted, 16% are still to go. Once again, I would request those 16% who have not yet voted to vote. And while you're doing that, let me answer one more question about, how can you leverage digital marketing? Now, there are lots of things about, especially for students, what is the best time, even about the profile. And I'm telling you, as I shared earlier, since as a student you are spending so much time already on this medium, if you convert that time to your career profession, what would be better than that? So Even if you are in first year, second year, third year, BCom, B, if you are interested in building career in digital marketing, the earlier you acquire that skill, the better it would be. You'll be able to differentiate among your batchmates. By the time you reach in your final year, you would most likely you would get a job before that. And I'm sharing a lot of interesting examples, including currently people who work with us. Right, guys? So last 5 seconds for you to complete this responses on the poll, and then we'll get into that surprise and we'll get into active Q&A. So I'm going to do the final countdown for 5 seconds. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and the ultimate one. Great, thanks everyone. Now I want to give you that surprise first. One of the areas in digital marketing is mobile application marketing, which is how do you promote a business idea using mobile application. Now we cover it to a certain extent in our program, but this has become a really evolved and advanced area. Based on the request of our earlier participants, we launched an advanced course on mobile app marketing where you master how can you promote a product idea or business using mobile application. Now this is a separate course today, and it has a fee of over 14,000 rupees. Now, this is a surprise. If you register into your CDMM program today by 7 p.m., by paying your full fee, which is already a special fee of less than 60,000 rupees, you get exclusive access to this program without any additional fee. And this is our course page URL. From now up till 7 p.m., you can register yourself, and that will ensure that Facebook, vSkills, all of our partners are notified, and you get access to this program or this advanced course without paying any additional fee. So you have to pay by 7 p.m., paying your full special fee, and then you get access to it. Right? I hope you got this. If you have any question about that, I'll be happy to answer that. I've shared the URL with all of you in your questions panel. Great. Now let me move forward. Now we'll get into active Q&A, and there are two ways you can ask your questions. One is you can raise your hand. If you have a question, I will unmute you, and then you can ask your question there. Or you can, ask your questions as you have been typing on the question panel. I will answer every question. If you had raised your hand earlier, you don't have a question or your question is already answered, you can lower your hand as well. So let me share who all have raised their hands before I unmute you. Vanya, Vinesh, Aditya, Shobha, Amena, Pallavi, Shubhangi, who have currently raised your hand. So Vanya, Kapil, I'm starting with you. You can ask your question. Vanya, you will have to unmute yourself. Right now, you are on mute at your end. In this, yes, go ahead.
Sir, can I get the recording of this session as I've missed 50% of the session?
Okay, got that. You will get the recording of this session today itself.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, you're welcome. Let me move to now Vinesh. Rao, Vinesh, I'm going to unmute you. Vinesh, you can ask your question. Vinesh, yes.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. And I just had one question, and this has nothing to do with digital marketing. I'm a professional. I work with a sales and marketing company, so I really know the value of this course. And if I could tell my fellow attendees right now, the sooner you do it, it's better. I'm beyond late and forward, but I just had a question: is there an option to pay in EMIs, or
Yes,
else I'll have to postpone my course, till the date that I accumulate?
You can do that. You can speak to my colleague who's in touch with you. However, if you want to get mobile app marketing, you will have to pay in full. Right, Vinesh?
Understood. No, I'll do it separately. That's all right. Thank you.
You're welcome, Vinesh. Thank you. Great. Let me move to Shobha. Shobha, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question. Can you unmute yourself? You are on mute at your end, Shobha. You will have to unmute using the questions panel, control panel. You will see an option to unmute in your interface, Shobha. Right now you are on mute. In case you are not able to, just type in your question. I will answer every question. Guys, those who have asked your questions, type in. Don't worry, we have enough time. I'll answer every question. Right? Okay, Shobha, looks like you're not able to unmute yourself. That's fine. Please type in your question. I will answer it. Amena, I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead, Amena.
Hi, good morning, sir. I've kind of finished my interior designing, but I haven't graduated yet, and I was thinking of a career change into digital marketing, but I have no
Okay.
idea about the field or technologies, and I'm a complete newbie, and neither do I have time for a degree and things like that. I wanted to know if this diploma is enough to build a career on it.
Okay, great question. Since there is some background noise, I'm putting you on mute. Absolutely, one, you don't need to know technology in terms of any programming language. And as I shared, in terms of even background of education, there is no constraint. So that's not a challenge in terms of switching your career or building career in digital marketing for you. So that's not a constraint, Amina. Does that answer your question? Right? I hope Amina had answered your question. Okay, got it.
The US,
Great.
so I wanted to know if the scope continues there as well.
Scope continues where? Yeah,
In the
Amina, you
US, California.
oh yeah, absolutely. US is far ahead in terms of digital marketing applications. So it's worldwide. And if you look at the program is created with Facebook, LinkedIn, the certifications you get, I think it's relevant anywhere, valid anywhere. Right, Amina? I hope it answered. By the way, I'll give you one real example of education qualification. In our company, the person who heads digital marketing, his name is Yash, and he's not even a graduate. He had started his business while he was in 12th and then continued for 3 years. Then he had to shut that. And around February or March this year, he joined us and he's heading digital marketing at Digital Vidya. Probably he's one of the youngest employees in Digital Vidya and he heads digital marketing. Right? I hope it answered a lot of your questions around that. Guys, by the way, since there are questions about the opportunity of digital marketing based on profile and years of experience, I have a slide which will answer a lot of your questions. So let me do that. First, based on profile. If you are in marketing, which includes media, PR, advertising, branding, journalism, content, given digital marketing is integral part of marketing, you don't have a choice but to learn digital marketing. So it's very, very critical. If you are in sales, now salespeople may not be directly managing companies' brand on digital media, but as a salesperson, you can significantly use digital marketing to get more leads, convert your leads, deepen your relationship with existing customers. Moreover, a lot of salespeople get an opportunity to expand their profile into marketing as well, and that is one of the reasons why we see a lot of positions like VP sales and marketing, head sales of marketing. That's why a lot of salespeople participate in our program. Then, if you are in IT, now IT may include design and development. Even most of the design and development today is done on digital media. You don't have a choice but to learn this if you want to grow faster and differentiate among your peers. Now, this may also include services like IT services, where you may not be doing design development, maybe interfacing with your clients. Even a lot of projects in IT services today are around digital transformation. Knowledge of digital media are going to be helpful for you to grow faster. Then others like HR, even HR uses digital media to do hiring, do employer branding, do employee engagement. That's why a lot of HR professionals today learn digital marketing. Now, there are some common reasons to learn digital marketing independent of your profession. Let me share that. One, you want to build your own personal brand, whichever profession you are from. Digital media is a great opportunity. Then you may want to do freelancing. That's another big reason you want to learn digital marketing. Third, you may have an entrepreneurial dream. If you know digital marketing, it solves the problem of acquiring customers. So your chances of realizing your entrepreneurial dream significantly increases if you know digital marketing. And you may be able to expand your profile. So build personal brand, do freelancing, realize your entrepreneurial dream, expand your profile, whichever profession you are from, are some common reasons for learn digital marketing. Now I want to share opportunity of digital marketing based on years of experience. If you are a student or a fresher, as I share, the earlier you acquire the skill, the better it is. If you have up to 2 years of experience as a professional, whichever field you are from, even if it is finance, accounting, it is easy to switch because 2 years is not much time. But if you have many years, like say 5 years in accounting, then as I shared, rather than looking for switching to digital marketing because you would be treated as a fresher, you should look at all the other benefits I mentioned to learn digital marketing. Maybe freelancing, maybe expanding your personal brand, or realizing your entrepreneurial dream, or you may get an opportunity to expand your profile. Your primary skill would remain the same which you are currently having. Right? I hope it answered that question. Now I'm going to leave the screen open while I'm answering other questions because some of you had asked the dates, etc. So I'm leaving the screen open. Right? Okay. Coming back to questions, I am moving to Sahil. Sahil, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question. Sahil, do you have a question? You had raised your hand. If you have a question, you can ask me now. I'll be happy to answer it live for you. Okay, Sahil, looks like. Yeah, Sahil, do you have a question? Sahil, looks like there is some technical issue at your end. Hello. So, Sahil, if you can type in your question, I'll be happy to answer. Right. So, let me move to Anurag. Anurag, I have unmuted you. If you want to ask your question, you can ask.
Hey, hi, Sahil. Can you hear me?
Anurag, there is a background noise. I can't hear you. There is a background noise where you are.
Hi, Pradeep.
Yes, Anurag, go ahead.
Pradeep, just I wanted to ask one question. What should be the order of modules which we have to learn for digital marketing? Since there are lots of modules which we have to learn, so what is the order of the modules?
Great question, Anurag. Since there is a background noise, I put you on mute. So actually, order doesn't matter. Web analytics, of course, you should not start with. Otherwise, you can start with any. So there is no specific requirement because you're going to do all. You may begin with social media, you may begin with email marketing, you may begin with SEO, you may begin with SEM, you may begin with even inbound marketing. So typically, you don't start with web analytics. As long as you're doing that, there is nothing else to worry. And we will take care of that. Right, Anurag? I hope it answered your question.
Thanks, Pradeep.
You're welcome, Anurag. Thank you. Let me move to Aditya. Aditya, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question. Aditya, okay, looks like you had raised your hand earlier. You don't have a question. Fine. Gaurav. Yeah, Aditya, do you have a question?
Yes, how will the course assist with placement?
Okay, placement, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have a dedicated placement cell, Aditya. It helps you in various phases of placement, including first ensuring that you have done all the assignment. And if you are looking for preparing for certification, it helps you take care of that aspect. Then we have a special sessions about what kind of job opportunities you should apply for, what are the skill sets, how do you create your resume, what kind of questions you may be asked in interview, and then we help you share with you based on your preference relevant job opportunities. We schedule your interviews. Beyond that, we cannot control anything else. But as long as you fulfill on the criteria mentioned, we share with you all the details and support you in the entire process. Now, interestingly, there are a lot of people who have been able to get the best jobs, including outside India, without even our support. The reason is, in this program, you learn how to leverage channels like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And since you do that, this is a great opportunity to fulfill your career objectives ongoingly, even without our support. Right, Aditya, does that answer your question? Right, Aditya, I hope it answered your question.
Yeah, so everything will be online, right?
Yes, yes. Of course, online means people will be talking to you on phone, etc. All of that. You don't have to be present anywhere except for the interview, right? Great. Gaurav, I'm going to unmute you. Gaurav, you can ask your question. Yes, Gaurav.
Hi, sir. Sir, I'm more interested in freelancing. So after the completion of course, what are the scope of freelancing?
So given digital marketing can be executed from any place, freelancing in digital marketing is a great opportunity. If you see here, we have a specialized module on freelancing. There we share with you what kind of opportunities you should look at, how do you create your proposals, all of that. And I showed you an example of DP Vishwakarma, who's one of the participants. He does freelance. He offers SEO services to company in India and abroad, earns over 1 lakh rupees. Right, Gaurav? I hope it answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Tanya, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question. Tanya, you are on mute at your end. And those I have answered your question. Can you unmute yourself, guys? Yeah, Tanya, go ahead.
Hello, sir. I just want to know, is it any other course that is required for the certificates? And secondly, I just want to know that my written English is not that great. So blogging is just a part, or do we have to write a lot?
Great question. First, you don't need to have any other course for completing those certifications, right? Second, if you don't have great written communication skills, you don't need to choose, profiles which are content centric like blogging. You don't need to do blogging. You don't need to create content on social media. You can look at areas like SEO, SEM, which requires less of written communication skills, right, Tanya?
Yeah, thank you, sir. I was asking about any other cost, as in for the certificates, or
No
like, do
cost.
we
No, there is not.
are we required to pay anything else?
No, there is no cost. If you want to take a Facebook Blueprint certification, that has a cost of $150. But in this program, given you already get a Facebook certification, you don't even have to pay for that because you are already getting a certification from Facebook, and it saves actually those almost 9,000-10,000 rupees, and you don't have to take any additional exam for that as well, right? So there is no cost for all the certifications I shared. You're welcome,
Thank.
Tanya. Okay, guys, let me do this. Since there are a lot of questions, I am going to read in your questions, right? So, and then we can, okay, maybe quickly, there are 3-4 people I quickly do. Nandini, I'm unmuting you. You can ask your question.
So it was answered before.
Oh, I had unmuted you, got it. So all those I have answered, can you raise your hand? Aprajita, I have unmuted. Aprajita, you have a question?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so I really want to join this course. Just that this course being taken online and not in classroom somehow bothers me. So can you just ease that issue? Like, can you just say how this online would solve like a classroom uh, training?
Sure, Amrita. I had already shared that, but let me go back to that screen. By the way, I'll take your feedback shortly. Guys, so Aprajita, for us, launching an offline is easier, right? But we know for sure now, almost 5 years, that online instructor-led is far better for all these reasons. You don't miss any session. 6 months is a long period. You could be traveling, but you don't miss. Even if you miss, you get recording of every session. If you get a recording of a physical session, that would be useless because the way it is developed. You attend from the comfort, you save a lot of precious time and money. You're always connected with your fellow participants. You get an access to a learning management system, you get assignments, your assignments are evaluated, you get lifetime access, you have access to a course coordinator you can call as well. Then you get to learn from your fellow participants across the world. And most important, there are 15 program leaders with 5 to 15 years experience teach this program, which is not at all possible if it were a classroom program. We would compromise on quality if it were offline program. Like here, I gave you an exercise today. We had very less time. I just gave you 2-3 minutes. Imagine if it were a 3-hour session. I would have done everything we would do in a classroom, but actually in a far better way. You can ask your questions. You can do anything you want. Right, Aprajita? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for asking that
Thank
question. Aparna, I am unmuting you. You can ask your question. Aparna, you are on mute. You can ask it, guys. To others, I request 2 minutes of yours while we are continuing the Q&A to share your feedback about today's session to make it even better. There could always be a scope for making it better. So I have shared the link with all of you in your questions panel. Can you all spare 2 minutes to answer this? Yes, Aparna, you can ask your question.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It was a good session, sir. Can I get a recording for this session?
Yes, you will get the recording today itself, Aparna. Right?
Yes, because
Is
I
that your
need
question? Yeah, you
something.
will get it.
Yes.
Yes, great. Great, guys. So I am going to go to your questions which are being typed. Since your questions are typed and mixed with other responses, you will have to give me a few seconds as I scan them. And I'm sure many of them are already answered. So, how do we complete this course in 3 months, Aditya? I hope it is answered. Shreya says most of the people going for digital marketing are from marketing, MBA background. I'm from arts background. Shreya, it's not true. A significant percentage of people in digital marketing are from various fields, including engineering, including myself. And that's not a constraint. Like, you people who come from marketing have an advantage of knowing customer insights. People who come from engineering background may have analytically mindset, may know some technology which may be preferential but not required. People from creative fields like arts bring creative background, like online advertising. A lot of stuff in digital is around creativity. So that's why it's very, very important, right? Shubhangi says, will we be taught Magento? Shubhangi, we talk about WordPress, how do you create your blog? That's the first thing you do, by the way, right? So Magento, etc. You can learn a lot of that on your own. We don't talk about the extreme programming technical sides of it, but otherwise, how do you create your blog? We don't just teach you to do that, because we want you to learn everything hands-on practically, right? So Amina, I hope your question about you don't need to know technical aspects is answered. Aditya, your question about placement assistant would be answered. Swania, your question about getting the recording of today's would be answered. Yes, Tanya, we have that. You can speak to my colleagues. They'll be happy to share those details and help you register and take care of your participations. Rahul says, will these certifications be useful for future? Absolutely, Rahul. So Shubhangi got it. So Shubhangi, you can speak to my colleagues. They'll be happy to get your details and help you with your question. Aparna, your question is answered. Gopi, you also wanted to get a recording. I hope you will be now looking forward to that. Gaurav, your question about freelancing is answered. Taruna, please share all modules and fee structure. Taruna, I've already shared. What I can do is I can share with all of you the latest program document or a brochure which has everything, including some modules, etc., profiles of our program leaders as well. If you have not, most likely you would have got it, but if you have not, I have shared the link with all of you. Right, guys? And by the way, those who have not yet responded to this, please do that. Okay, how does it help students who are studying? Sana, as I shared, if you want to build career in digital marketing as a student, you build those skills. You may want to do freelancing right now. You may get internship opportunities. And I have seen people who are in final year get even full-time job opportunities as well. Will we get any government certification? Yeah, absolutely. You get vSkills certification, which you get exclusively as part of this program. Is it necessary to write blog in this field? Tanya, it's, as I shared, not necessary. But in this program, we ask you to do that because it helps you build those skills. And you not just learn about writing blog posts, you learn about analytics and other areas. Utkarsh says, I did my PGDM from MITSOT Pune and I got my job in sales and marketing. After working few months, I got to know this is not my calling. I love to do social media. Absolutely, Utkarsh, you can switch if you have not spent too many years already. Will you provide internship after providing these sessions? So research-based remote internship is part of this program. Otherwise, you can look for a lot of internships online through various other websites as well if you want to do internship, physically in a company as well. Dinesh says, I think people who have professional qualification do stand a better chance succeed in digital marketing compared with such students to ordinary graduates. Absolutely, Dinesh, I told you, people who are not even graduates do really well. I've been working with central government for 20 years, but do not enjoy my job. So Dinesh, I would not recommend you to start, as a fresher in digital marketing. I don't know what job did you have in central government. You should look at, how does this skill combine with your existing skills and profession. That is how you should look at. After 20 years in central government, trying to become a digital marketer as a fresher would be, going backwards. But if you want to do freelancing, you want to open your own business, you want to build your personal brand, or you may want to expand your profile, then there could be opportunities. And actually, a lot of every government department today use digital media. So there could be an opportunity for you to play a role. Sanchit says, being an entrepreneur, how does this course help? Sanchit, as I share, acquiring customers is one of the most critical aspects of any business, and that's what you master in this program. Amina says, if I want to get practical experience, oh, absolutely, Amina, you get that experience here as I share. Is it Social Rabbit plugin good for your business? I don't know Social Rabbit, Sahil, honestly. There are lots of social media plugins, but honestly, I don't know about Social Rabbit. It seems to be a full-time job, Sanchit. That depends what you want to do. Utkarsh, your question I hope is answered. Can I get recording, Aparna? That is answered. Taruna says, I've done B in IT and around 8 years of experience in marketing and operations. Should I switch? I would not recommend, Taruna, you to switch. Look at roles like marketing automation, because technology and marketing can be a good combination. So if you come from IT background, you know technology, look at marketing automation, inbound marketing, MarTech. Those are areas which are growing very fast. Then you will be able to leverage your previous experience and newly acquired skills. Gopi says, I'm very keen on making my career in digital marketing for better scope. I have experience in SEO. Please let me suggest me 2-3 topics which I should have expertise. Gopi, as I said, you should have experience in all of the areas because they are connected. If you want to grow faster, you want to move to positions like digital marketing head, then you need to know all of that, right? So don't look at just 2-3 areas. Sana says, I'm doing BBA now. How does it help me? Sana, if you're building career in marketing, then it is a great time. After BBA, you may not need to do even MBA if you've acquired the skills. My name is Varda. My question is this course theory based or practical? 60% is practical, Varda, as I shared. Is this course in Hindi or English? Varda, this course is in English. Gopi says, I also want to know Dreamweaver. Is it necessary to do coding in HTML and CSS? I don't know HTML and CSS. Gopi, learning HTML, CSS takes just 2 to 4 hours. We'll take care of that. You don't need to know a specific tool. There are lots of very simple tools other than Dreamweaver. Gaurav says, I'm a working professional with 3 years of working experience, but not in digital marketing. How much package will I be able to fetch? So, Gaurav, it depends on a lot of areas, including your education background, how much expertise you have in digital marketing, what kind of company you are applying, which city, are you able to leverage your previous experience as well? Can I do jobs while studying by those certifications? Yeah, absolutely, Sana. While you are studying for those certifications, you can do that. But for sure, once you have completed this program, you would be able to see significant opportunities. What kind of assignments are we getting? Can you share? Oh, there are lots of assignments, right? Every area, like in Facebook, Google AdWords, you run live campaigns. The most important assignment is the beginning part where you create your own blog, then you use various tools. I gave you kind of the tools you work. You create your landing pages, you create email marketing campaigns, you create integrated digital marketing strategy, you use inbound marketing tools, you use analytics, all of that. Shreya says, how does DV schedule interviews for their students? I'm from Kolkata. So Shreya, we take your preference, we share with you the companies in location, then we interface with the company and you, and then help you schedule your interviews. Please show the modules again. Aparna, I have shared the URL for the brochure that has all the detail. What's the name of the government certificate, Riya? It's the CDMM certificate is jointly created with V-Skills, which is a Government of India initiative, and Digital Vidya. So V-Skills is a Government of India initiative. Is this accredited with both government university? I don't know what you mean by that, Nabil. Okay, government universities, it is V-Skills, which is a Government of India initiative, and Facebook, LinkedIn, HubSpot, all are globally popular brands, right? Akash says, I'm from a CA background and completed some training related to taxation. So does this help me in digital marketing? So Akash, it depends. If you are, fresher or limited experience, not spend too many years, you want to switch like up to 2-3 years, this is the right time to switch. But otherwise, finance and digital marketing directly, like if you want to get into accounting job and become a digital marketer, does not make sense. But you may want to do freelancing in digital marketing while remaining accountant. That could be one use case. Live classes are conducted the way the demo. I mean, this session was great. What about the classes? Tanya, those would be even more interactive because they are led for a larger period of time. Today, I have a lesser time. Wherein it's equivalent to diploma. So Nabil, it's far better. I think in areas like digital marketing, you don't need to look at diploma degree. You need to look at professional experience. You need to look at how you build skills. You need to look at who is teaching you. That's why academic institutions does not do justice to teach digital marketing. Varda says, can I choose in Hindi? Varda, you cannot, because most of the work on digital media is in English. That's why if you don't learn that, you won't. Gopi says, thank you so much for a wonderful session. You're welcome, Gopi. I'm a mechanical engineer. How this course helped me? So Harsh, I don't think it is directly connected with mechanical engineering as a field, but if you want to switch or you want to become a freelancer, you want to build your personal brand, those could be reasons. Gopi says, as CDMM is, yeah, sure. So CDMM, is, course which 240 hours of learning for all those partnerships, association, and the placement support. There is a fee, and right now the fee is actually much lesser than what it used to be. Creating website is a part of it. Yes, Amina, you start with that. You said marketing automation. Can you please elaborate on this, Taruna? Sure. So marketing automation is an area of how do you leverage technology to automate your marketing, right? So that could be used for lead generation, that could be used for lead nurturing. I'll give you an interesting marketing automation blog, which is, I think HubSpot is the best place to learn about marketing automation. So I'm sharing this URL. You can get to know a lot about marketing automation through this, right? Great. What about coding? I mean, as I said, you don't need to. Is this course include eBay or Amazon topics? So Vardha, we have a topic on e-commerce marketing, and there we talk about creating stores on Shopify and Amazon. Will you provide internship after the online sessions? Akash, I've already answered that. We have a research-based remote internship where you create blogs, promote it, learn content marketing remotely from your place. That's part of it. Otherwise, we share with you internship opportunities of the company to reach out and what are the ways you can get internship opportunities yourself. Right, guys, I hope I have been able to answer all your questions. If you still have a question, feel free to ask. We still have some time. If you have not participated and shared this feedback, I strongly request you to do that. Otherwise, if everything is complete for you, I want to say thank you. I hope you found this session useful. Wish you great journey ahead, and you want to have a great time in exploring this journey with us. Anand says the fee coded at Digital Vidya is 49,900. Yes, Anand. Then there is 18% GST which goes to government. That's why the total fee is 58,882. So if you see in our course page as well, it is 49,900 plus 18% GST. So I'm sharing the total price on the slide. Yes, Anna, you can do that, and you can speak to my colleagues. They'll be happy to share the details, and they would be happy to answer. Does it include something extra? So Anand, for creating campaigns around and maybe choosing a domain and a blog, if you want to build a professional blog, you can expect around 2,500 more rupees about domain name, about your own campaigns and all of that. So roughly you can expect around spending 2,000, 2,500 rupees if you want to do that really in a professional way. Yep. So Tanya, I've shared all the details. This is the fee, and if you want to get special access, that surprise for mobile app marketing, you have an opportunity today. And for any other details about the dates, etc., how do you register, please speak with the person who's in touch with you from my team. Right? Okay, guys. 5 more seconds. If you have any more questions, you're welcome to ask me. Otherwise, I would want to thank you again. I would say a great journey, all the best. Looking forward to contributing to your growth in this exciting journey ahead. And have a great weekend as well. Right, guys, thank you. We will be sharing with you a recording of today's session as well. Take care. Bye-bye.